What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome to another Game Week preview. Now this season is getting a bit strange. Leicester are edging closer to winning what would be the most surprising Premier League win of all time, considering the Premier League was made in 1992. I would put this down as the biggest shock win we've had since then, possibly in the whole entirety of the English top division. And to make it even stranger, we've got 5 games this week. 5 games. Which makes previewing a lot harder because there's only 10 teams to choose from. Half of them are ruled out. I can't field 11 players without taking points hits. And I've got to think, will they make more than the 4 points I lose for taking a points hit? The answer probably is no. But it depends. If you want to get Aguero in, you can get Aguero in. Like I say, Norwich. So today it's not going to be focusing along the players that are, low on the picking values, are like less than 10%, less than 20%, something like that. It's focusing on players just in general because I cannot limit myself to that. But let's start off with the goal. Oh, one thing to mention quickly. I was on a podcast on the FPL Updates channel. You can see it on their Twitter. It's on SoundCloud. I believe it's either will be on iTunes or it is on iTunes. Go and check that out. It's a good listen. Had brilliant fun recording it. I would happily do it again sometime. But let's get into the goalkeepers. And first of all, it's going to be tough. We've got to go into the heart of Manchester City's defence and say a big welcome to Joe Hart, who comes in. Only 18% of people have got him. I'd say it's 250-50. City sometimes can play brilliant. Sometimes you think 3-0 to Tottenham. What's going on? But for me, he's having an away game against Norwich. Norwich have been poor this season, or poor since January at least, and the start of 2016, and Joe Hart should easily get a clean sheet, so definitely bring him in. Next, we've got Leicester City's keeper, Kasper Schmeichel. Now, many people were, a bit, disheartened at the fact that the beard itself, Ben Hamer, could not play. He did play for a bit last season, but Kasper Schmeichel's come in, and in fairness, has done a fantastic job. Picked up another brilliant game week against Watford, 2 bonus points, 1 for a clean sheet. Made a few saves as well to add to a little bonus point onto there, and played 90 minutes, so he got 9 points in general. Fantastic week for him, and you just get him because more and more they're looking solid. I mean, they're getting clean sheets where perhaps people were saying, oh no, they won't get clean sheets here. Home against Newcastle, definitely worthy of a clean sheet. And then lastly, we have a Swansea City goalkeeper by the name of Lucas Fabianski, who picked up a nice clean sheet against Norwich. Like I say, Joe Hart should get a clean sheet there, but Lucas Fabianski comes in away against Bournemouth. Now this is a really tough one because I was looking at the fixtures. I can't see Southampton or Stoke being an easy bet for a clean sheet there. Norwich is pretty silly. Aston Villa is pretty silly. I was going to put Lloris in there, but I thought that's too obvious. But I think, you're looking at it, Bournemouth will get a lot of shots in. I think Lucas Fabianski could be getting in a good chance of getting a clean sheet. If not, a safe bet could be Hugo Lloris, just to shout that out there. Moving on to the defence now. Like usual, we've got some follow-ons. However, this week it's only one. Starting off, I recommended him last week and he did alright. Well, alright, pretty well. It's Mr. Charlie Daniels. If we look at the top scoring defenders, oh my goodness, he is only 7 points behind Toby Alderweireld, but Charlie Daniels is in there. Had another good game week, scored a goal. Which, look at his last few game weeks. You're looking at 5 points, 8 points, 6 points, 8 points. Not all of them have been clean sheets either. And home against Swansea, like I say, Fabianski could be getting in a clean sheet. It is a bit risky, and Charlie Daniels definitely got a chance of getting a clean sheet, and also maybe grabbing an assist or a goal or two. So definitely worth having him in your team. And one thing I will mention is because a lot of people had mentioned about Patrick Van Aanholt when he scored like 4 or 5 games in a row. Difference between him and Charlie Daniels is Charlie Daniels, can do it a lot more often. He's much better at it for me, and also is for a sturdier defence. And Bournemouth has shown that this season. That's why he's in there. Second defender, he shouldn't be too far down, is Mr. Eric Dier. The reason I'm saying bring him in is because out of the Spurs defenders, Wimmer, won't get forward. Alderweireld is a quite expensive one, although you can bring him in. But Eric Dier, a whole 1 million cheaper than Alderweireld, is in midfield, can charge through, is susceptible to getting the odd booking, as we saw against Arsenal. Possibly should have been red carded too. He comes in, he plays against Aston Villa, should be a clean sheet, chance to bomb on and grab a few goals. And like we saw when Liverpool went and played at home or away from home against Villa, at I've completely lost the name of their stadium, but Villa Park, that's it. When they went to Villa Park, Klein scored and Kolo Touré scored. So if any game was worthy of a defender scoring, it's this one. Moving on from Mr. Eric Dier, though, our last defender, he could be up here. He's not up here. It's going to be a Manchester City defender, and there's no one else really worthy, apart from Mr. Vincent Kompany. He comes in a clean sheet against Aston Villa, got an away game against Norwich, like I say. Should be an easy clean sheet, nothing more to be said. Moving on to midfielders, this is where it gets a bit trickier, because, like I say, there's so many teams where you can see clean sheets. How do you see something else apart from a clean sheet? And the difference is you've got to take risks. This is a game week where it's out of the ordinary. You've got 5 games playing. You've got to take risks, because if they don't pay off, not many other people will have had things to pay off. And if it does pay off, you could be well ahead of your opposition and all that sort of business. But there we found it. Swansea. I was like, I meant to click on it straight away, but I could not find Swansea for the life of me. Gylfi Sigurdsson, nearly a top scoring player, except Andre Ayew has a bit of early form to thank for that. But Mr. Gylfi Sigurdsson picked up a goal, 2 bonus points, 1 for a clean sheet against Norwich, plays away against Bournemouth, and like I say, he is the key to a unlockable padlock. He is fantastic on the ball. He's got free kicks to his name, he's got long shots to his name, he can get assists, he can get goals, he's got everything. And the game against Bournemouth, where you could see, a shutout from Bournemouth, or you could see 3 or 4 go in, Sigurdsson's definitely a player to have. Moving on from that, we've got a Man City midfielder. Like I say, I'm just going for people who I think will do well. That's David Silva. 2 assists against Aston Villa, comes in against Norwich. You've got to see assists for Silva, I think, or at least a goal or 2, because I don't see Norwich holding out much hope of doing anything in this game, personally, especially defending Man City, let alone attacking them. But lastly, we go on to Spurs, and we've actually made another appearance. We've actually made an appearance all down the board. Surprise, surprise, the attacker is not Clinton and G, and that should give away who it might be. Should have given away already. But the midfielder, before I get on to the attackers, is Mr. Christian Eriksen. Has been a bit of a dull, and as we've seen it from Eriksen this season, he doesn't like to do it, in a few games. He doesn't like to have games where he's been like goal, assist, like 4 games running, like Charlie Daniels, for example. He likes to have 1 good game, then maybe stop, then 1 good game, maybe stop. The only difference is that those 3 game weeks there, 22, 23 and 24, are times where it's different. He's had a few games where he hasn't done anything apart from the goal against Manchester United, and I feel like in a game like this, when you are playing away against Aston Villa, surely got to be the time to pick up some points for him. And lastly, well, attackers, I don't think I need to go further down, but first of all, Jamie Vardy. He's playing at home against Newcastle, and Newcastle have been unlocked and outpaced by so many players, including Troy Deeney. All credit to Troy Deeney, but he's not the fastest of strikers, and if it comes to running between him and Jamie Vardy's really going to destroy him in that. And that means he's going to destroy the Newcastle defence as well. So I feel like this could be a quite a high-scoring game for Leicester. Then we go down a few places to Mr. Harry Kane, who picks up another goal at the weekend, making his tally for the season 17 goals and 2 assists. Not bad for a one-season wonder, if you ask me. And he comes in, like I say, against Aston Villa. You've got to get some goals in that one. And lastly, Aguero. Norwich, you've got to get some goals in that one. So there we go. Just a recap over the 12 players you should be bringing in, or at least a few of them, please. It would be Joe Hart, Kasper Schmeichel, Lucas Fabianski, Charlie Daniels, Eric Dier, Vincent Kompany, Gylfi Sigurdsson, David Silva, Christian Eriksen, Jamie Vardy, Harry Kane, and Sergio Aguero. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, then leave a like, leave me in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.